Buying a home with just the $9,000 deposit. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. I want to look at another article from news.com.au, this one by Sarah Sharples once again, discussing buying a home, how a mother got a home with just $9,000. Now, what do you think the secret is here? I mean, I like these stories for two reasons. One, they're encouraging to see people making sacrifices to get into the home ownership. Two, there's usually a secret there that explains what happens, why it's going on. We've seen previous ones where, well, a common one is the bank of mum and dad, parents loaning money or giving money to their children, which I've got no problem with. If they can, go for it. Most of them would have had substantial equity growth in their property through the wonderful skill of happening to buy at the right time. Okay, so good on them. Good on them. Others, well, it's living at home with mum and dad, board-free, rent-free, and others yet withdrawing super money, guys. That's starting to appear now, and I'm not at all surprised. We've seen the propaganda from the union-controlled and bank-controlled super funds. Oh, these people will be worse off in retirement. We can't have that. We need to control your money. But it'd be funny. You know, all your money's locked up in this. Previous generations weren't forced to save. And, well, you know, what would you rather, super or equity and property in Australia? What do you think's got more government backing? I'm thinking housing in Australia is like a government bond, pretty much. You know, with all the interventions they'll do in the market to keep it going. So, the single mum thought her dream of home ownership would be impossible, but she saved for 2 years and made it happen. Here's how. Okay, let's have a look at this. Cindy Chalker never thought she would be able to buy her own home as a single mum, having rented her entire adult life. I just thought it would be impossible to be able to save the 10 to 20% deposit while bringing up my kids, she told news.com. Things always popped up. My son went to the orthodontist, and that was $1,300. Her parents were also late to the property game, she added, but it made her determined to follow in their footsteps. I was in grade 9 when they purchased their first house, so it's always been a dream of mine, she said. I decided to go back to uni part-time while I was working and finish my accounting degree. I finished that just after my son was born, so I was working pregnant and getting it done. Oh, that's good. I'm used to pregnant women working. We've just had our 6th child, by the way. The Brisbane local was worried she wouldn't be welcomed by the banks either. It sounds silly, but when you're a single parent and you're renting, some places can make you feel like a second-class citizen, or like you're not as important as homeowners or married couples, she said. Well, here's the thing. Renting in Australia, you're seen as a second-class citizen. That's the cultural divide here in Australia. Homeowners and renters. That's how it is. Being a single mother, well, honestly, I've spoken to people who own the management rights to large complexes. They love the single mothers. You know why? Because they've got the government's financial support if they need it. And don't forget the family tax benefit, guys. You know, that explains when you're wondering how someone can afford to live, earning no income, and having 4 kids and a single parent. You'd be surprised. But it's welfare, guys. Honestly, it disappears once you earn some middle class income, let's just say. So don't forget that. So she'd been saving for 2 years when she started a new job at a superannuation company. It was compulsory to invest 6% of her wage into the super, and she used this as an opportunity to put money away, managing to save $9,000. The 46-year-old also started a side hustle selling tarot cards, which helped her boost her savings as well. Now, okay, good on her. Good on her. I'm not the advocate or believer in tarot, but I mean, it's a side hustle. That's making multiple income streams. That is fantastic. That's good to see. That's really good to see. You need that, guys. Go to the days when you can work one job and earn enough money from it. Or you'll have the job for life, or there's a security there. You need to have a side hustle, something else going. Everyone needs it. And there are opportunities now to do that more than ever. But just don't make your side hustle do an online course like learning how to day trade, okay? Because that the side hustle and that the way to make money and that is doing the courses on the day trading. So she stumbled on the federal government's family home guarantee. It allowed eligible single parents to purchase a family home with a deposit as little as 2% without having to pay lender's mortgage insurance. Oh, so this is the secret here. We're finally starting to see people come through the woodworks that got these 2% deposits. I mean, awesome. There you go. Wow. 2%, guys. There's nothing at all, and the government's taking the risk. But I mean, if you can service the mortgage, that's the thing. That's the difficulty people have. Servicing the mortgage is the easy part, to be quite honest. It's building up the huge deposit to get your foot in the door. So she also combined this with the First Home Super Saver Scheme and the Queensland First Home Concession, which gave her an exemption from paying stamp duty. The accountant's mortgage broker recommended Great Southern Bank, and they were jubilant scenes when she was approved for a home loan. It was such a big deal when I got the approval email. I was jumping around the house. Both the kids were hugging me and jumping around. So competing in the real estate jungle. The mum of a 12 and 21-year-old then had the daunting task of tackling the competitive market. 21, you're not a kid. 21, you're not a kid. 21, you're 20. We've seen previous articles about 21-year-olds getting into the housing market. What are you doing there, 21-year-old? You need to step up. Hopefully they're paying rent. I went to a townhouse opening just down the road, and I think they had offers of $475. And when we got there were about 20 other groups. When it first opened, and when we left, there was a line of people. Yeah, well, Brisbane's hot at the moment. Brisbane is just going nuts. I think one of the regulars in the comments, William, he mentioned he went to an auction this weekend, and a property that went for $1.3 million. There were so many active bidders. Auctions becoming big here in Brisbane too. The real estate said they had 17 offers, most in the 500 range, and one offer that blew it out of the water, so I'm assuming it was close to 600,000. Every open house I went to, there were always loads of people, so it was a bit daunting. All the places seemed to be either under contract or someone offered a larger amount than what I could offer. Yeah, this is going to happen, guys. Brisbane is catching up to Sydney and Melbourne. Let's just bring this here, asking prices in Sydney. You can see, there we go, everyone. Then Melbourne and good old Brisbane. Brisbane is the poorer cousin of the East Coast cities, and we're going to catch up. We're always, look at the growth there, we're always going to be seen more affordable. The idea is Brisbane goes up when Sydney and Melbourne flatline, or when people sell and leave. And now with working remotely, you're not as great as a disadvantage in Brisbane than you were in the past. One of the real estate agents said people from New South Wales were buying investment properties sight unseen, which makes it difficult. But she got lucky by sweet-talking a real estate agent into allowing her to inspect a unit 15 minutes before it was open for inspection. She put in an offer just above $400 and is now preparing to move into a 3-bedroom unit in November. The kids are excited to have a room they can do whatever they want to, she said. They can paint it if they want, put hooks in the wall, and we don't have to have an inspection every 3 months. I told them we're still doing that, and there'll be an eviction notice if rooms are not up to standard. She's joking. Well, but there's that comfort of having your own home, and you don't have to have someone inspecting everything and taking photos. I'm very excited about that. So let's look at her tips, guys. Let's look at her tips. I mean, congratulations, Sydney. Congratulations. Determination is everything. The aim of the game is to never give up. For many years, I thought this wasn't going to happen, but I didn't give up, and I was looking for strategies to actually do it. Yep, that's it. 2, get creative. Start a side hustle. Yes. Find something that you enjoy doing after a day's work, because sometimes that is a struggle. You can get home from a day's work and don't feel like doing anything. But when it's something that you enjoy, you're able to monetize it, things tend to work out. 3, find ways to save where you're not tempted to dip into your deposit. Put your money into super. Talk to your employer because it's effective. having savings that you can't touch. 4, research what government schemes are available. Welcome to Australia, guys. Remember, we're not a free market society here. We're a utilitarian socialist country. So look at your government schemes. Because the government's forcing you to put money aside, the government will have schemes to allow you to access your money and other things, other programs. Don't blame you for taking advantage of it. You've got to. You've got to, guys. That's the game here in Australia. Make friends with real estate. I've spoken to the real estate agent the day before. I went to look at the place, and it really helps if you can build up a rapport before you go there. The more real estate agents you can speak to, the more they know about you. Yeah, okay. Make sure you're with a supportive bank. When you're juggling life as a single person or single parent, you don't need anything else getting in the way. Buy where you can afford. Sometimes a little compromise is necessary. The area I'm in now is out of my price range, but adjoining suburbs are within my reach. And get finance pre-approved to move quickly. So there's the secret to getting into a house at $9,000, everyone. Well, what is the secret, guys? Government schemes. Government schemes. That's the secret in this circumstance. I mean, good on her for getting into a house, getting some stability for her family. But 21-year-olds should be paying rent. Yeah, or you should give them rent free with the aim that they get into property themselves. So, guys, I'd suggest you have a look at this video, another one in the series of how people got into housing. This is the 21-year-old that we looked at a few days ago that managed to get into a house on an apprentice's wage. Take care, guys. Let me know what you think. And, well, I'll see you all next time. And keep sending me these articles if you find them. Bye for now.